What's up everyone, Brad here with the Money Dad channel. In this video I want to talk about a breakout on Tesla's stock chart, and I'm probably going to buy this breakout as long as we close above this resistance line right here. But I also want to take a moment to talk about this little mini crash that we had this morning. It's Monday morning, the 25th at 11:18. And as I was preparing for this video, I just noticed the stock market just had this little miniature crash real quick, and we are starting to recover a little bit. And you can see even on Tesla stock, you see this big old wick on this candle. We were all the way up there, and then the stock market just started crashing, and now we're done. I mean, basically Tesla just lost like $40 off of its stock price in like 15 minutes. Let me go over to the S&P 500 to show you guys that real quick. This is the candlestick for the day. And that big old red candlestick, we basically lost all of that in like 15 minutes, and it was like 10 minutes ago. So I'm just going to show you that real quick, and then we will get into what that means for Tesla, because that's what I was going to make this video about. So you can see right here, this is the 15-minute candlestick chart. So every single candlestick is 15 minutes, and you can see that we're just chopping around in this area right here, and then boom, just fell off a cliff. And that candlestick right there is a 15-minute increment, and that candlestick right there is a 15-minute increment. So lost a ton of value in the stock market in a matter of 15-30 minutes. It was pretty crazy. We're starting to bounce off of the lows that we put in, but we have a lot of ground to make up if we're going to get back up to where we were before that little mini crash. So hopefully we get there. We'll see. But I would like to get back to Tesla and what we're doing there, because I freed up some capital this morning. But this morning I sold Pinterest for a small gain. The trade didn't play out perfectly the way I wanted it to, but I still did eke out a gain there. I think it was like 5%. I think I was shooting for like 20 or 25% on it, and only ended up with 5, but still a gain there. I did set some stop losses on Macy's because we're having a huge day there and we're making a lot of money. And with that little stock market crash that we had this morning, mini crash, that stop loss did hit. So I am out of Macy's, but made a ton of money on that. So really happy there. And I went ahead and set a stop loss on Pfizer as well, because this Head and Shoulders is just not playing out the way I wanted it to. So I went and set a stop loss underneath this neckline, so that if we do break down under that neckline and start heading lower, I won't lose a ton of money on that. I will get stopped out right there. We are starting to break up a little bit, so that's a good sign for Pfizer, but we'll see where that goes going forward. Okay, so that's what I did this morning. I have some capital to play with now to get into my next trade. I was trying to think of which one I was going to get into. Maybe I might get into a couple of trades here, because there are some setups, like on Apple. We are breaking out above that lid on the cup and handle. So that is looking like, if that candle closes above that lid, that should be a confirmation to get in and target $170. And there's a breakout on Microsoft as well. If we close above that resistance right there, that would be confirmation, and we would be heading higher there. But I think I'm going to go with Tesla, because this one, we have a breakout above a bull pennant, and this one has more profit potential than the others. Apple, I think there's like a 25% profit potential. Microsoft, there's something like a 15 or 20% profit potential. This Tesla trade right here has much more potential. I'm going to show you how much here in a moment. We're going to measure it out and see how much money we can make on this. The big caveat here is this candlestick needs to close above resistance. We put in a massive candlestick wick this morning. Because of that little mini stock market crash, we have sold off from those highs. So you don't really love to see that. You definitely want to be closing the day close to the highs. That indicates that we should see continued rally the next day. I don't like seeing topside wicks. When you're looking for bullish activity, when you're trying to go up, you want to see bottom side wicks. I kind of look at them as pogo sticks. You want to just keep on bouncing off of those pogo sticks. If you see a wick underneath a candle, that's a good sign to keep going higher. If the wick is on the top, it tells you we've sold off some from the highs of the day. So the trend is now down from that candlestick. So the good news here is, hey, we're green. We're up 2.5% at the time of this recording. We are still going up. but you don't like to see those candlestick wicks up top when you're trying to go up. Okay, so there's a little caveat there. Be cautious of that. Now that said, there is some massive upside potential on this stock chart pattern. This is a bull pennant, and we have a breakout. As long as we close that candlestick above this resistance line, we have a breakout, and this pattern is showing that we can target upwards of the $1,100 range on Tesla. Yes, you heard that, $1,100. It sounds crazy, but it's not. Tesla's been doing it for over a year now. They have been blowing away expectations with their stock price, right? I mean, every time we think this thing can't go any higher, it goes higher. It has been killing short sellers left and right. So why would you get in front of that train, right? Stick with the momentum until it is not the momentum anymore, right? I'm playing the momentum here. This stock has been going straight up for over a year. Look, if we back out, I mean, you got to really minimize this chart to see where we came from. Look at this. We have gone straight up. If we go to the beginning of 2020, this stock was in the $100 range. It is now in the $867 range. So absolutely crushing it on Tesla over the last year. If you guys have been in Tesla, if you've been invested, you've made a ton of money, you already know this, you don't need me to tell you, but what I am here to tell you is this chart pattern right here is indicating that we are heading much higher, my friends. So let's go ahead and map out exactly what the price target is going to be projected off of this pattern. So a bull pennant, you take the flagpole of the bull pennant flag, you copy it, and you start it wherever the new bull run started. So you guys see this little candlestick right here. That looks like, we came up, we came down, bounced off of that, now we're heading higher. I'm gonna say that right there is the beginning of our new bull run. So I'm going to start our new flagpole right there, and we get a price target of $1,108. That is the price target that this pattern right here is projecting, $1,108. So I am likely going to get into Tesla as long as this candlestick closes above this resistance, because there is a ton of upside potential here. Actually, let's go ahead and get that ruler out and see. Let's say we close right where we're at right now. Let's measure out to 1108 and see the percentage that we get. 1110, we'll call that good. That's 28% upside, and we're talking over, I don't know, 2 weeks or so. That's the projection here. 28% in 2 weeks. I mean, that's the stuff of dreams right there, I mean, could you imagine adding 28% to your stock portfolio in 2 weeks? That would be amazing. So that's what I've got for Tesla. I do think that there is very good potential for this price target to play out, because this stock has been doing nothing but going up for the last year. So why would you think it's going to do anything different, right? We're going to keep playing that momentum until it is not the momentum anymore. If we start chopping sideways for a significant period of time, or we start to see some downward pressure, hey, maybe that signals that there might be a shift in the EV space or Tesla specifically, but we haven't seen any of that. I mean, the longest it's chopped sideways was right here, right? And this was August to November, so that was a couple of months, but this was a perfectly played out consolidation triangle. I mean, you could almost predict, we did predict on this channel actually, that this consolidation triangle was going to break out to the upside, and it absolutely did. So every time this thing chops sideways, it looks good while it's chopping sideways. It creates these triangles, which is very bullish. If it chops sideways and doesn't create a triangle, or it doesn't create a bull flag, if it just kind of looks like it's starting to pull lower a little bit more and more, we start creating lower lows, that is a bad sign. But we haven't seen that on Tesla in a very long time. It keeps creating these bull flags and bull pennants and consolidation phases, and it just keeps breaking out to the upside. So why would it do anything different this time, right? I'm not saying it won't. absolutely could. You know, I don't have a crystal ball over here, but we play with probabilities on these trades, and the probability here is that it is going to break to the upside. Well, it already did break to the upside. I'm saying it's going to continue to the upside. Okay, so we are now at 1.87% on the day. Like I said, as long as we close green, close up above this resistance line, I'm going to enter this trade and be long on Tesla to the $1,100 range. Okay guys, that's what I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got some value out of it, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. I do stock chart pattern analysis on this channel. I make predictions on stock prices based on these charts, and we've been having a lot of fun with this. We've been making some money with this. I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't tell you where to put your money. Please do your own diligence. This is my opinion only. It's for entertainment purposes only, so don't sue me, bro. But you know, we've been doing really well with this. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next video.